So first of all, I welcome you all students of second year to this course Kinematics of Machinery. This Kinematics of Machinery, earlier called as TOM, that is Theory of Machines 1 for second year and Theory of Machine 2 in third year. Before starting our subject, I hope most of the faculty discuss with you vision and mission of our college. This is your Ravit, already known to you. Then vision and mission of our mechanical engineering department. Vision is to be a premier department of mechanical engineering and research to serve the need of society and all the stakeholders. Then there are 4 missions. You go through these missions of our department. Now there are some concepts like PEO and PSOs of the department. There are some 4 PEOs and 2 PSOs. Remember, PO means Program Educational Objectives. There are 12 POs which are defined for any engineering graduates. Along with that, if you are going to become a mechanical engineer, these 4 PO are defined by our department. So our department aim is to develop students sound in academic fundamentals to understand, analyze, and solve problems related to mechanical engineering. There are some program educational objectives. I'll share these slides to you. You may refer this later on. We'll focus on course today. So just go through this vision, mission of institute, college, institute, department, and then PU and PSOs of our department. In examination scheme, we'll start with this. I told you this is 2019 course. The code of this subject is 2020-47. I'm going to take this subject for both divisions, that is for A as well as B division. And as per new pattern, you have to appear for in-sem examination, which is for 30 marks, and end-sem examination for 70 marks. So total examination is for 100 marks, and both are theory examination, no online examination. Second thing, along with this theory examination, you have to appear for 25 marks oral examination. So total weightage for this subject is, how much it is just by exam point of view? Total marks per subject. Hello? Am I audible?
125.
Yes,
125.
125. 30 marks in sem, 70 marks end sem, and 25 marks oral. So 125 marks is total examination weightage for the subject COM. Now what we required to learn the subject properly, you must have some basic knowledge of subject you learn in first year, that is systems in mechanical engineering. Okay. Now which topics you needed from this subject, that we'll discuss time to time. But you must have basic knowledge of this subject. That is, I hope you passed with a good score in the subject, and hope so you have good knowledge in the subject, that is systems in mechanical engineering. Okay, we'll test that knowledge time to time. Then next one is engineering mathematics 1 and 2, some basic knowledge of mathematics. Engineering physics, of course, engineering physics is very much important, not for this subject, but I'm saying for all mechanical engineering. As you are in second year, you might come to know, now you are in second semester, you might come to know how physics is important. Okay, and so you must have great knowledge of physics. If you have that knowledge, then mechanical engineering is nothing, it is just application. Next one is, you must have some basic knowledge of engineering mechanics also, like forces, kinematics, kinetics, statics, dynamics. That terms you must be aware about that all terms. Okay, then this time onwards, means this year onwards, actually this was not our prerequisite earlier, but this subject is added now. I added purposefully here, geometric modeling and drafting. Okay, have you learned this subject? Have you undergone through this subject? Have you gone through this subject or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
हा टॉपिक शिकलेत कुठे तुम्ही? Geometric modeling and drafting. Hello? Please respond. अरे झालाय का टॉपिक कुठे? सेकंड इयरला, फर्स्ट सेमिस्टरला?
सर geometricच्या ऐवजी solid modeling and drafting होतं.
Okay, solid modeling and drafting. Okay, yes, of course. Means you learn any 3D modeling software or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which software you studied or you learn?
Fusion 360 Solid Edge.
Yes, please repeat.
Fusion 360
Fusion
solid
360, sir.
edge.
Okay, solid edge. Okay. Creo was there or not?
Yes, sir.
Creo, you learn or not? Creo is one software for 3D modeling. Have you learned that in your syllabus?
Yes, sir. We have learned that
In which semester?
last semester.
Okay, the same subject? Solid modeling
Yes, sir.
only? Yes?
Yes, sir. It was practicals.
Okay, yes. Then, have you learned any programming language?
Python.
Python. Up to what level you understand Python? Means at what level you are now in Python? At least basic is known to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, why I'm asking this, these are the prerequisite. I have not added here, but of course, Python, what we want for practical purpose, not in theory. In theory, we require only physics, mechanical, that is basic mechanical, or you can say systems and mechanical engineering, then engineering mathematics, and engineering mechanics. These are the prerequisite for theory course. But when I talk about practical, in addition to this, and this is what I told you, it was not in earlier syllabus. But in this syllabus, they mentioned these subjects, practicals, in which we have to perform some practicals by using solid modeling softwares, or you can say 3D modeling softwares, as well as we have to perform some practicals by using a programming language. As well as we need to go through virtual lab, industrial visit, all are there. I'll discuss that one by one, but you must have knowledge of these subjects. So these are the prerequisite for our subject. Now this course is, I'm saying this course KOM is now prerequisite for some other subjects in engineering, like design of machine element 1 and 2. So this is core subject of design, I'm saying. If you are too much interested in design, even though you are not interested, but it is essential to pass this subject, like DME1, DME2, dynamics of machinery, mechanical system design. So all are design related subjects. The basic is TOM, not TOM now, but I'm saying now it is KOM. So if you have good knowledge of KOM, it will help you to understand the subjects like DME1, 2, dynamics of machinery, that is DOM. It was then MSD, the subjects in better way. So these are the prerequisites for the subject, and I also told you the subject is prerequisite for some other subjects like this, these 3 subjects. It is not restricted to this. If you want to pursue a PG, or I'm saying post graduation in mechanical engineering, and particularly in design, or I'm saying particularly in design, then this subject is very much essential for a PG course also. I'm saying it will form a foundation for that. These are the 12 POs which is expected by every engineering graduate. That is, you must have engineering. You must, as an engineering graduate, you must have engineering knowledge, problem analysis skill, design or development of solution. You must be able to design or development, then conduct investigation of complex problems, modern tool usage, the engineer and society. And you should think about it. You should know about this. You should have knowledge of environment and sustainability. You should be with a good ethics practices. Then you will be able to work as an individual as well as teamwork. Then communication. You must have good communication. Now, communication means there are different types of communications are expected. It is not always oral communication. It may be a documented communication also, maybe. Then project management and finance, lifelong learning. These are the 12 outcomes, program outcomes are expected from your side as an engineering graduate. Okay, this side was misplaced actually. Okay, I will come to the course. I talk about program. As a mechanical engineer, you must have this knowledge, you must have these skills. But as an outcome of this course, or you can say before starting this course, we'll discuss what are the course objectives. When I said course, means our course is now, which course I'm talking about? Yes, course means, when I'm saying course means what I'm expecting, means subject, you can say. Course means subject actually. So instead of subject, we'll use word course. The course is kinematics of machinery, like this. So objectives for this course are, what your objectives are, what university is expecting. The first objective is to make student convergent with kinematic analysis of mechanisms and applied to real life and industrial applications. See, you must be, now I hope you studied different types of mechanisms in SME. Yes or no? Have you studied about mechanisms, machine, link, pair in SME? Basic knowledge you have, I think. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can anyone tell me what you learn about machines and mechanism? A basic knowledge. Which terms you studied in SME? Yes. Okay, I'll just discuss some terms. I hope you discuss. You cover these terms in first year only. Like first, you must know what is mechanism and machine. Difference between machine and mechanism. I am thinking these terms already you studied. Okay, I'm just going through it. Difference between machine and mechanism. Then what is link, pair, kinematic chain,
Yes, sir.
and then mechanism. And have you studied inversions of mechanism? Hello? Inversions of mechanism. Like suppose a 4-bar chain mechanism, there are 4 inversions. For a single slider chain mechanism, there are 4 inversions. Have you studied about inversions? It was in your syllabus or not?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So you have basic knowledge. Okay. No problem. See, to make student convergent with kinematic analysis of mechanism. So our first objective, you must be convergent with kinematic analysis part of the mechanisms and apply that analysis to real life. So this is our objective. You must be convergent with the kinematic analysis first, and then you should be able to apply that in real life as well as for industrial applications. This is our objective before start of the course. Second objective is, so here in order to satisfy this objective, you have to go through the first unit, that is kinematic analysis of a mechanisms. So this objective is based on unit number 1, kinematic analysis of mechanisms. Second, to develop competency to analyze the velocity and acceleration in mechanisms using analytical and graphical method. So there are unit number 2 and 3 is there based on kinematic analysis of mechanisms. That is, now it may be analytical method. If it is analytical, it is unit number 2. If it is graphical, it is unit number 3 as per new syllabus. Then to develop skill to propose and synthesize the mechanism using graphical and analytical techniques. So this is related to synthesis of mechanisms. And the fourth one is to develop competency to understand and apply the principle of gear theory. So you must know different types of gears and then different types of gear trains and its application for a gear design. So have you studied this gear topic in BME or I'm saying SME now? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Can anyone tell me types or topics you studied in first year?
To calculate the gear ratios and all.
Okay,
Types of gears.
Okay, to calculate gear ratio. In other terms, means types of gears, spur, helical, bevel,
Yes, sir.
worm and worm gear, worm and worm wheel, I'm saying rack and pinion. And have you heard about gear train topic? Gear train is one topic in COM. Have you heard about this? Just only tell me yes or no. If no, then no problem. See, it is not like that. If you studied this, then I'm not going to repeat. Whatever important, I'm going to repeat in here also. But just I'm taking from your side whether you learn or not. Okay, so next objective is related to gears and gear trains. You must have the competency to understand and apply the principles of gear theory to design various applications. And the last one is to design competency, to develop the competency to design cam profile. This is also one of the mechanism which is used in automation, important mechanism, and that how to design a cam profile that we studied through this objective. So there are 5 objectives based on kinematic analysis of mechanism, then kinematic analysis of mechanism using analytical and graphical method, then related to synthesis of mechanism, related to gear theory, and related to cam profile. Now our outcomes. I just talk about objectives. Now next one is outcomes. Here this 2020-47 represent our subject code, and 1 means first outcome. So if you just go through that mechanism, what are the types of mechanism, what is machine, then how machine is different from mechanism, what are some basic terms related to mechanism like pair, link, kinematic chain, then types of mechanism. Then we studied, suppose that means we are going to study inversions, types of inversion for a 4-bar slider mechanism. I'm saying different types of mechanisms we studied inversions, and then some new concept if we studied, then our outcome is, after studying that, you must be able to apply. Student means you must be able to apply that kinematic analysis to simple mechanism. So whatever analysis part you studied, that analysis part you must be applied to a simple mechanism. That is our course outcome, first outcome. And at the end of that course, at the end of the course, you must have these outcomes. You must achieve these outcomes. So after each unit, you should ask yourself whether I achieve this. If not, I have to study more. If our objective or outcome is not fulfilled. So at the end of the study, you must able to answer these questions. Whether you are able to apply kinematic analysis to simple mechanism. If answer is yes, means you learn that subject. It is not like that if you get 30 marks in that subject, means you understand that subject properly. If you satisfy this course outcome, then you can say, okay, I learned that subject, or you may learn that subject. Okay. Next, our next outcome is to analyze velocity and acceleration. First one is to apply kinematic analysis to simple mechanism. Second one is analyze velocity and acceleration in mechanisms by vector and graphical method. There are some analytical, vector means analytical methods, graphical methods are also there. So we are going to study these two methods, analytical unit number 2, graphical unit number 2, unit number 3, for analyzing velocity and accelerations. So you must be able to analyze. You can, I just highlight this word, you must be able to apply kinematic analysis. You must be able to analyze velocity and acceleration in different mechanisms. And third outcome is to synthesize a 4-bar mechanism using analytical and graphical method. Actually, now you don't get more idea as you are not studied the subject, but I'm just going through this to get idea about what subject is. Then at the end, the fourth outcome is to apply fundamental of gear theory as a prerequisite for a gear design. You see here, we are not going to design a gear, but we are making foundation for a gear design. So that is our course outcome. You should must be able to apply fundamentals of gear theory as a prerequisite for a gear design. And the last one is to construct cam profile for a given follower motion. You should able to construct. Instead of this, I can also say not able be able to construct, but you should know the design procedure for a designing a cam profile and for given follower motion and for different applications. These are the course outcomes of the subject kinematics of machinery. Now, unit number 1 is fundamentals of mechanisms. If you go through this syllabus, you may come to know most of the topic already you studied. So I want from your side, I want to ask you from these topics, which topics are known to you. Now we'll go in detail of the syllabus. Yes. First part studied or not? Kinematic link, types of links, kinematic pair, types of constrained motions, and types of kinematic pairs. Have you studied this topic? I hope yes. Are yes or no? Hello? Am I audible? Am I audible or not? Yes. Hello? अरे आवाज येतोय का?
हो सर.
ओके. Okay. See, in unit number 1, we are going to study about basics of mechanisms, fundamentals of mechanisms, whatever the terms related to mechanism, and finally we are going to study inversions of different mechanisms, the concept of degree of freedom, concept of mobility, whether these two are same or different, and then you have to apply this knowledge whatever you studied for the kinematic analysis of a simple mechanisms. There are some practicals based on this. Okay, in practical session I will discuss that. It is unit number 1 syllabus. So basically it related to all basic terms of mechanism, machines, inversions of mechanism, degree of freedom, and finally we are going to study some mechanisms with higher pairs, and then the concept of equivalent linkage and its application in case of a sliding pairs, in case of turning pairs, or how we can apply concept of linkage to make mechanism concept simple. This is our unit number 1. Then unit number 2 is If you want to say anything, just you can unmute your audio and then speak, because I'm not able to see your comments. Route number 2 is, I told you, kinematic analysis of mechanisms, that is analytical method. Okay, in detail about this we'll discuss during that topic only. But just remember here, we need to study different analytical methods. I'm saying different analytical methods for analysis of mechanisms, and particularly kinematic analysis of a mechanism. So in unit number 2, we are going to study only analytical methods, and same, that is kinematic analysis of mechanisms, but by using graphical methods we are going to study in unit number 3. Here there are 4 methods are there, like a relative velocity and acceleration method, instantaneous method, that is ICR method, then Kennedy's theorem, and Coriolis component of acceleration. But now in this syllabus they said this Coriolis component is considered as a theoretical treatment only. Of course, these 3 methods we have to discuss, and this theory part also will discuss in unit number 3. So remember, unit number 3 is completely graphical one. Here we need to draw some sheets. Those who completed, no one is from diploma, I think, because that is secondary student not added. Okay, but that student know what about this topic. Okay, so unit number 3 is based on graphical method related to kinematic analysis of mechanisms. Then next topic is synthesis of mechanisms. Here there are some methods, analytical methods we have to study. In old syllabus this part was removed, but now in this syllabus again it is added, that is analytical and graphical method. So we have to study what is synthesis, types of synthesis, steps in synthesis, what is function generation, motion generation, body guidance, and then we are going to apply some different methods like graphical and analytical methods for synthesis of different mechanisms. And next unit is kinematic of gears. I told you this, our aim is to study or to form a foundation for a gear design, and hence we need to study different types of gears. Now in SME you might study only types of gears and that, but here we are going to study in detail about gears, what spur gear is, what is its terminology, and what is law of gearing, types of profiles like inward profile, cycloidal profile, then important terms like interference and undercutting. Why interference will be there? Is it desirable or not? What is term concept of path of contact, arc of contact, sliding velocity? Then how much will be the minimum number of teeth to avoid interference in case of actual design? And then force analysis of a spur gear. Then same thing about helical and spiral gear, same thing about bevel gear, about worm and worm wheel, that we are going to discuss. So the first topic is types of gears and gear fundamentals. You can say in simple word, we can say gear fundamentals. Along with that, we need to study a gear train concept, types of gear train, then epicyclic gear train. Anyone know heard about gear trains? Gear you might know.
One gear.
Yes, please.
Means gears connected to other. Means in a form of train.
Okay. Can anyone tell me? Okay, means you understand that. Can anyone tell me application of gear trains?
Application of gear train is simple clock mechanism.
Very good. Clock mechanism. Yes, of course. I will not go in detail now. I will not ask you which type of gear train it is, as we are not discussed. But good, okay, you know that. Any other application you can tell me?
Gearbox.
Okay, gearbox, good. Any other application? See here, we are going to study different types of gear trains like simple gear train, compound gear train, reverted gear train, and epicyclic gear train. Have you heard about this term, epicyclic gear train?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
we
sir.
have heard.
Very good. Okay. Can anyone tell me application of epicyclic gear train?
Automatic transmission, sir.
Very, very good. Excellent. Okay. Remember, COM, or you can say earlier TOM, is subject where you must always think about applications. See, when I talk about gears, 1,000 number of applications are there. But you should learn that subject with interest. You should always think about applications where I'm going to apply this knowledge. Let's say mechanism. If you went outside of your house, then you come to know there are different mechanisms everywhere. So in that mechanism, or you can in machines there are different mechanisms. So what is basic fundamental of mechanisms? Then we talk about force analysis. Now that analysis part comes under some higher level as design part, but it's essential. As a mechanical engineer, you should be able to analyze that mechanisms. Then only it is useful. Otherwise not. So means every part is interesting if you take it as interest. Of course, it depends upon your interest only, not faculty or a subject topic interest. So I'm saying just think always about applications when you are going to learn this subject in upcoming days. So you must know about gear trains. I told you episodic gear train is used in automatic transmission. Someone told me, very good. Then sun and planetary arrangement. Have you heard about BVL gear train? Anyone? Which is gear train by using BVL gears. Yes. Have you heard about differential gearbox? Yes or no? Differential.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. In differential, which type of gears are used? Forget about gear trains. Can you tell me which gears are used in differential? Which type of gears are used in differential?
Sun and planetary gears.
Bevel gear.
Okay. Now, see, someone is saying sun and planetary. We can say sun and planetary are not gears. We can say sun and planetary gear train. Good. You are right. And you are also right. So who said bevel gears? Of course, the sun and planetary arrangement is there, and that arrangement consists of bevel gears. So both answers are right. Then compound episodic gear train. Okay, these concepts we see in detail at that time only when we discuss unit number 5. Okay, that is gears. The last unit, you can see, go through this carefully. This subject particular, this topic particular, it was not part of theory of machine. It is added newly. Okay, so cam and follower was there. You know what is cam, what is follower, types of cam, types of follower motions, and then how to design a cam, how to construct a cam. Okay, cam follower likewise. But what they did here, they just specifically mention this arrow is visible to you. What I'm showing with arrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see. What they just do, okay, theory is same, but the cam profile construction for knife edge follower and roller follower only. They specifically mention for which follower. In earlier syllabus, it was there are 5 types of followers we are going to study, and the students are enjoying that. Okay, but okay, now they restricted our scope. There is knife edge follower and only roller follower. There is oscillating follower. There are some other followers like flat face follower and all. But okay, so we have to study anyhow what is cam, what is follower. Can anyone tell me application of cam and follower? Where these cam and followers are going to use?
Sir, to open and close the wall in IC engine.
Very good. Can you tell me your name, please?
Rushikesh Pote.
Okay, Rushikesh, nice, good. Any other application of cam and follower? Means you've seen somewhere. Okay, there are different applications. If you see in your, there are a lot of applications. Okay, we'll discuss in detail in that unit only, as we have to discuss next part, and it's 1/7 now. Okay, automation is the new topic added. So you must know what is, there is one introductory topic to automation. What automation is basically, what are types of automation, then methods of work part transport, is types like continuous transfer, then intermittent or synchronous transfer. There are different types of transfers are there, transfer mechanisms are there, and finally we need to study about automated assembly line. So when you talk about industry, when you think about industry, mechanical industry, the big industries basically, there must be assembly. There is assembly line. So we need to study what are types of assembly lines. In assembly line balancing, buffer storage, automated assembly line for a car manufacturing, and last important topic, which is just we as a mechanical engineering. This is also already in mechanical engineering syllabus. So one of the shock, but good. Okay, artificial intelligence in automation. See, this is not going to study in detail, but at least some idea we must have how that artificial intelligence concept is going to use in assembly line. Okay, so likewise we studied. I just told you what are the topics, what are the contents of the subject. Like started from kinematics of machines, kinematics of mechanisms, its analysis, then synthesis, gears, gear trains, cam and follower, and finally to automation. I hope you understand the scope of the subject. Okay, through the syllabus. Now we'll talk about practicals. There are total 10 practicals are compulsory. Means we have to perform 10 practicals. Out of that 10 practicals, I'm just going to discuss with you what are these topics. Remember, if you visited, I hope, I don't know whether you know theory of machines lab or not. Now we need to replace that name by COM. Okay, but if you visited theory of machines, there are different mechanisms are there, different cut sections are there. Have anyone visited Tom Lab? Tom Lab मध्ये कोणी आलं होतं का? पाहिले का Tom Lab मध्ये काय काय आहे?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you visit that Tom Lab, then you come to know there are different mechanisms. Whatever the different machines, mechanisms are there, different cut sections are there, gears are there, gearboxes are there, and of course all setups are there. Now, if you see this practical list, out of the 10, there are only 10 practicals to perform, but we have more than 20 setups in our lab. So it is on you now, how much you want to learn. And I'm not going to restrict, okay, so this is not in our syllabus, can I perform this practice? Yes, you can perform, you get that knowledge, you get that skills. But thing is, you must be able to, or you must be interested for that, okay? We'll take more practicals. So out of these first 3 practicals, now you can see first one is, now there are some activities added. Basically, when I see the syllabus, one interesting thing is, already we did these activities in earlier batch, when it was not in syllabus. Now you can see, to make a model of any mechanism by using waste material, first practical. Assuming that you studied in first year, you have to make group of 4 to 6 students. In that group, you have to prepare, you have to collect some material, waste material, you can say maybe wood or some plastic or some thermocol or any other material you can use. And from that material, you have to make a model of any mechanism. And then you have to present a PPT on the same topic. This is our first practical. And this practical is compulsory. You can see out of these 4, 1 is compulsory. So model making is compulsory. And if you are going to make that model, means our first outcome is satisfied. But making model is not like that. You must be able to analyze that mechanism. You must be able to do kinematic analysis of simple mechanisms. And that's what expected. Kinematic analysis of simple mechanisms means if you make that model, if you analyze that model, means our first outcome is achieved. And of course, you must be able to present at the end. Then second one is speed and torque analysis of epicyclic gear train. As I told you, epicyclic gear train is now widely used. Hence, this syllabus is good actually. They are focusing on recent trends. So you must able to know what is epicyclic gear train, that we studied in theory topic. Then what is analysis of epicyclic gear train, that also we study. And in the practicals, we are going to calculate. We are going to find out. We are going to analyze speed and torque of epicyclic gear train setup we are having. And with that setup, we are going to find out what is holding torque value or concept of holding torque we are going to understand. This is our second practical. And third one is to study and verify cam jump phenomenon related to cam and follower. Yes, of course, all these 3 setups we are having. Of course, fourth one also. And to study manufacturing of gear using gear generation with rack as a cutter and to generate inward gear tooth profile. So all these 4 setups we are having. But for university point of view, we have to conduct only, yes, how many from this? First one is compulsory. I'm saying this one is compulsory. And from these 3, we have to conduct any 2. Okay, but we may perform all 3, don't worry. So this first performance practicals. After this, there are some assignments in term. Now these practicals are classified into different types. Like first one is practical performance practicals, then drawing sheets, and then assignments. Next part is drawing sheets. So first 3 compulsory practicals, performance practicals, then 4 drawing sheets. As I told you, what these drawing sheets are. See, experiment 1, 2, 3, and 6 are compulsory. So 1, 2, 3, and the 6 are compulsory. So there are total 5 actually, not 4 here. So this first 3, that is to identify mechanisms in real life and analyze for types, numbers of links, pairs, obtain degree of freedom, submit the sheet and video, working video of the mechanism. It is related to first mechanism part we are discussing. Then to solve 2 problems on velocity acceleration by using relative velocity acceleration and by using ICR. So these are 2 are nothing but a velocity and acceleration analysis using graphical methods. These 2 and 3. The last one is to draw cam profile. So these 2, 3, 6, and 1 all are drawing sheets. Of course, hiding only assignments using drawing aids. And out of these 2, that is to study. Out of these 2, you have to perform any one, to draw conjugate profile or to study various types of gearboxes. Then assignments using software. As I told you, I just asked you which software to study. So here this is important part You have to solve 3 assignments, any 3 assignments out of 6 assignments given. And what is expected here? Minimum 1 computer programming based, and other one is 1 software based. So computer programming, as you know, Python, you can use our Python language, or you can use C, C++. So in other language, actually it is mentioned there, okay? So programming language as well as software knowledge you must have, and that already you have in your from your first year as well as second year, first sem subjects. So you have to apply that knowledge now to the terms, to the concepts you studied in a theory of machine, in kinematics of machinery. So in kinematics of machinery, you may study that some concept, like suppose you know synthesis of mechanism by analytical approach. Now to get that synthesis of mechanism, to get validation of that, you can solve same problems by using programming as well as by using a softwares. So to do following assignments by using software or by using coding, or you can say programming languages. Now here we need to design a simple payload mechanism using any software. Softwares are mentioned here. Either you can see this GeoGebra, then SAM, working model, or any 3D modeling software you can use for designing of this payload mechanisms. Then computer programming mentioned for a synthesis of mechanism, analysis of mechanism, and softwares which are preferable are C, you can say C++, or you can say Python, Skylab, or MATLAB. Same thing here, we are going for kinematic analysis of slider crank. Here kinematic analysis of a hook joint, and same softwares we can use. Softwares or programming, not essential. It must be a software or it must be a programming. And the last one again, to generate cam profile. Now you already drawn a cam profile by using a pen and pencil. But here we need to draw cam profile by using modeling softwares. And the software also mentioned here, either it is Make Analyzer or any 3D modeling, any 3D modeling software. It is not specific. Similarly, synthesis of mechanism like 4-bar or slider crank using the same softwares. And finally, to do computer programming for the synthesis of mechanism using Chebyshev spacing or Pedestrian's equation. This is synthesis part. So likewise, you need to solve 3 assignments by using either computer programming or a modeling softwares. Along with this, we have to perform. Now these are 10. Along with this, we have to perform assignments using virtual laboratory. And we need to perform 2 minimum experiments. About virtual lab, these links are given. You can perform at your end also. You have to submit a report to me. Okay. About this, we'll discuss in detail about what is virtual lab, how to access it, how to use it. Already links are given here. You can use this link and you can try out once I share these PPTs to you. Then interested visits. There is one compulsory visit to, you can see where it is expected now. Compulsory industrial visit must be arranged to industries or establishment consisting of automation and mechanization. Okay. During the semester to perform to provide awareness and understanding of the course, and industrial visit preferably to manufacturing industries with assembly line having automation, sugar factory, or a bottle filling plants. Out of these 3, you can visit anywhere. Of course, at the end, you have to submit a report of the visit. Finally, assignments on content beyond syllabus, that we discuss in later. There are some books or other resources that you can use. I can suggest you, in our library, this book is available. Most of the books are available in library. I'm saying all books are available in library, but I suggest you use this book. It is best book for theory of machine. Your whole syllabus is covered in this book. S.S. Ratan, Theory of Machine. You can say 3rd edition by McGraw-Hill, India Limited. So you can prefer this book because all subjects, all syllabus is covered. In most of the books, it is covered. But I'm saying this is easiest book and most, I'm saying, used book for a course Theory of Machine. Earlier it was Theory of Machine. Of course, that name is Theory of Machine only, as the name is changed. But this book is used for this subject also. Then for reference books, there are different list of reference book. Out of this, you can prefer any one. And all books are available in our library. There are some web references that you can refer for this course. There are some NPTEL lectures, NPTEL videos are available online. You can use this. So first one is by Professor Ashok Malik sir from IIT Kanpur. There is course called kinematics of machines. So all video lectures are available. It may now see, it is not like that whole content is same, but means we can match our syllabus with that level. Then by Professor Sujata Srinivasan from IIT Madras, and then Professor Aniran Das Gupta. Okay, this is also good course actually. I also done this course. One is based on kinematics of mechanisms and machines, and one is based on mechanisms and robot kinematics. Good actually. And the last one again NPTEL only. That is on Introduction to Robotics and Automation by IIT Bombay. So out of these links, you can now also you can take these links and you can start you start studying. You start getting knowledge from this. There are some web references for this subject. Okay, this is just brief overview about the subject, what the subject kinematics of machinery is, which are the 6 units, how the exam pattern is, and how what about practicals. We have to perform 10 practicals. Out of 10, there are 3 performance practicals, and others are assignments. Some assignments are based on drawing sheets, while some assignments are based on programming and software. Along with that, we have to perform 2 virtual lab experiments, and 1 industrial visit is compulsory. As well as some content beyond syllabus assignments are there. Okay, this is all overall idea about subject. Any questions you have?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Can we use RS Khurmi for thermo?
Yes, of course. You can use RS Khurmi, no doubt. But see, why I not said RS Khurmi? Because SS Ratan is more standard. But of course, RS Khurmi also it is given in simple language, as well as some color pictures are there, so you may enjoy that. Yes, of course you can. Any other want to say something? Yes, please.
So how much credits are there?
Yes, please, Sagar.
So how much credits for this subject?
Subject credits. 4 credits.
Okay, sir.
You are more means you are worrying about credits. I don't actually. I'm not familiar with that credit pattern. Okay. Yes. Any other? I hope you got overall idea about the subject. What subject is?
Yes, sir.